My name is Sarah-Beth White. I am the owner of the Broadway Silk Store, which is our family business. We're not sure the exact year, but we believe it opened in the 1930s, definitely during the Depression. My great aunt and uncle Ellie, they never had any children, so my mother became kind of their surrogate daughter. My mother ended up pretty much taking over the business at a certain point when my aunt couldn't handle things anymore. And now I'm here and my kids help me, so we're now in our 4th generation selling fabrics. This store is an important part of Astoria because we're one of the few relics who are left. If you want to get a sense of what Astoria might have been like 80 years ago, you can walk through our doors.
We were super old school, we own the building, we live upstairs. It's pretty much exactly the way it was in the 1940s.
The shelves are still here, the counters are still here. The floors were changed, but they're the same floors that were there.
These shelves were built by my great uncle, Ellie. Most of the things that are on top are antiques from our family.
People come in asking to buy all of the things, and I'm like, no, they're not for sale because they're actually literally relics from our family's past.
We're trying to keep things as original as we can, but also mix it up a little and make it more accessible to modern audiences. I mean, my great aunt, she didn't want a telephone, and so, I mean, she was very old-fashioned, and we finally got our first telephone connected to the store in the 80s. We have an old laptop computer now, and someday we'll even have a website, right, Alana?
Yes,
we're supposed to be
someday.
doing that.
Well, I'm not a web designer,
We're way
so
behind
that would
as far as that's
help with that.
concerned.
I do think the fact that my grandma still comes in and that we have old pictures of the actual store, the way it looked before, it's a really cool lens to see the whole thing from.
My mom is she's pretty terrific. She is now, I guess, the old lady in the store, which she never was.
Hi.
My grandmother is, next to my mom, the strongest woman I've ever met in my entire life. And she's kind of the glue that holds our family together.
I'm a strange lady, okay? No, I am. Because up here, I'm not 86. Oh, well, I work what I call my full-time. You know, it's not Sarah-Beth's full-time. She puts in a long day. But I put in my hours.
I think having the store and having people to talk to and being involved in something is really important for her.
How's your mom? How's your dad?
They're great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
She calls the store her psychiatrist because she said that if she sat home every day, it would be really boring for her.
There's just no greater joy than coming into the store and seeing how happy it makes her and hearing the stories through the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and just throughout most of the 20th century.
I just like the people. I enjoy the people. I just enjoy being here. And if I weren't here, I don't know what I'd do, particularly.
The fact that we've lasted this long, we certainly have made a connection with our neighbors. We've had a lot of people who've become important to us just by being customers. You know, I'll always say, come in and visit, you know, come in and say hi, and you don't have to be here to buy something.
I need for dress for summer something light and that can be washable.
When a customer comes in, they tell us what they want to make, and we show them different options, but we can also help with measurements and ideas and helping them realize their concepts.
This looks perfect, because I was hoping
good.
that it wasn't too dark and too light.
Right. I think people don't always realize the versatility in fabric.
But when I bought fabric, I always looked for multiple uses for a piece of fabric, not just one use, because that way you can sell, of course, you can sell more.
I've made jackets out of upholstery, tapestries, and chair covers out of dress fabrics. It's really about enjoying the pattern and feeling like it can become something different than what it was necessarily made to be. Yeah, it's a little lighter.
I'm so glad you told me.
Okay, I'm glad it's going to work out for you.
Yes, because your mom and dad was
Yeah.
here.
You know, we wait on people, but we also are a family, so sometimes you'll come by and hear the family
The
bickering.
only way you get to sell things in the store is when you talk to them and they
Yakety,
stay and they
yakety,
buy.
yakety, yakety.
My family is one of a kind. They're whack jobs, kind of.
This is the way it normally is, yeah. This is my mother's spot. This is Norman's spot.
I will explain it to you. He's a Yankee fan. I'm a Met fan. From there on in, figure it out.
But I feel like that's kind of what makes it so loving, and that's kind of, because of them, I am who I am today, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
I feel a tremendous amount of love for each and every one of them.
I did not think I was going to be in this business forever, but there's kind of a legacy involved. I feel a need to try and preserve a lot of what is here.
Well, I can't give up the store. I don't know if I love the store as a store, but the store is Esther, the store is Ellie. And to me, they were very special people.
To have this store in my family and to have deep roots in a city that's always constantly changing and always about the new is kind of something that's really cool and really important, and something that I really treasure.
I feel like between me and my two brothers, it's always going to be a priority in our life. No matter what extent our involvement is, it's incredibly, immensely important to me.
There's not a lot of businesses like ours left, and it's kind of sad because, you know, a lot of the people that were our neighbors aren't here anymore. It's wonderful that there's a lot of new blood in the neighborhood, but I also am very upset that they have knocked down a lot of old buildings. It's a legacy to the neighborhood to get a glimpse of what things might have looked like in the past, and I think that we need to preserve these kind of businesses for the future to see the past.